Happy Friday, Tigers. It's February 16th. We hope you had a wonderful Valentine's Day, and we are back with another episode of your favorite newscast. I'm Emma.
And I'm Avery. This is a reminder that, as always, high school FCA and Teens for Christ will be meeting in the old gym at lunch today. Everyone is invited.
Now, if you'll please join us for a moment of silence.
Would you please stand for our Pledge of Allegiance to the American flag? Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This broadcast is brought to you by Local Bank, Trucks for You, American Legion Frank Glad Post Number 20, Armstrong Bank, Bravado Wireless, Cornerstone Funeral Home and Crematory, Fort Gibson Education Foundation, Keith Hardware and Supply, Renfro Electric, Zomax School of Music, Jeff Walker at Edward Jones, Max Drive-In, Tiger's Den, Burrow Post Frame Supply, Dr. Coy and Dr. Kimberly Durasset, G&H Outdoor Services, Green Country Lanes and Muskogee Skate Center, Michelle Mackey at Chenoweth and Cohen, New Direction Dental and Sleep Care, Simple Simon's Pizza, Sticks 4 Mile Stop, and Sticks Fort Quick Stop.
Congratulations to our high school band as their indoor groups competed this past week and brought home some hardware.
Both Fort Gibson groups took first in their classes Saturday at the Winter Guard and Percussion of Oklahoma contest in Broken Arrow. Fort Gibson Percussion and Marching B with their show Dystopia, Fort Gibson Winter Guard and Regional B with That 70s Show.
Congratulations to both of these groups on their success at their first contest of the season. Fort Gibson High School has ended its Pennies for Patients fundraiser. The total amount raised this year was $683.71. Miss Bethel's third-hour class was the largest contributor with a total of $116.31 and has earned the pizza party. Miss Dethridge's third-hour class came in second with a total of $93.40 and earned the pop party. NHS would like to thank all who participated in this worthy cause. Congratulations to Lindsay Ryan and Savannah Rader for receiving bronze in the balloon-powered car race at the Muskogee Area Education Consortium Engineering Design Competition. Local winners for the balloon-powered car race that competed in the area were Leah Peters, Chance Berlin, Aaliyah Fulbright, Savannah Rader, Lindsay Ryan, Wyatt West, and Aidan Atkinson. Local winners for the ping pong ball launcher contest that competed at the area were Zane Reich, Ethan Mosteller, Caleb Cowgill, Adam Ailey, Emily Fairchild, Lexus Lopez, Aidan Atkinson, and Wyatt West. Congratulations to all.
Prom tickets are now on sale. They're $50 until spring break. After that, the price will increase each week until prom. See Mrs. Brandon before or after school to purchase a ticket.
Last week, we didn't have a newscast due to scheduling conflict, so this next story about Valentine's Day is a few days late.
Let's go to Ren to find out how some of us feel about Valentine's Day.
It's the month of love, and Valentine's Day is right around the corner. I get the chance to interview students and teachers to find out what their plans are and what Valentine's Day really means to them.
My plans for Valentine's Day, I don't know. I told my boyfriend to surprise me, but I told him that Texas Roadhouse has to be included because I do want some rolls on Valentine's Day.
And my wife is named Jennifer, and she is very difficult to buy for because she has everything. She has me. But since she has almost everything that she needs and she buys everything she needs, it's hard to find a gift for her. So I believe this year I'm going to buy her 10 square feet of Scottish land so that she will officially become Lady of the Glen, Jennifer Rowe.
My favorite part about Valentine's Day is all the pink and red colors everywhere and how it's just filled with love.
My favorite part is probably just seeing my kids' faces whenever we give them lots of candy. And also, if I do get a babysitter, just getting to spend some time with my wife away from kids, because that's nice too.
I really don't like Valentine's Day. I think it's a commercialized grab to make money off of cards and candy. But my favorite part about it is the candy, I guess.
Wow, Valentine's Day is very important for a lot of people. except for Mr. Rowe. I'm Ren, reporting for TigerVision News.
How about this roller coaster weather? From ice to snow to rain and now to 70s in the upcoming week. But first you have to make it through today and tomorrow. Temps will continue to drop during this afternoon today and the bottom out at 27. Saturday will be cold with highs in the low to mid 40s and it'll be a bit breezy. Sunday looks to be a little warmer in the 50s. And Monday high of 61 and then warm up in the 70s for the middle of next week. And as always, we'd like to thank News on 6 for this week's weather graphic. Now let's check in with Avery as she caught up with a few people about last weekend's big football game. Avery? Every year, friends and family come together to celebrate one of the biggest events of the year. That's right, the Super Bowl. Today I got the chance to talk to some of the students about what their favorite part of the Super Bowl was.
My favorite part of the Super Bowl was watching the Chiefs take the dub in overtime, and then just Taylor Swift being Taylor Swift. She's this big supportive girlfriend. I love it.
My favorite part of the Super Bowl was whenever Travis Kelce was yelling at Andy Reid.
Whenever Travis Kelce disrespected his head coach and nothing happened.
My favorite part, of course, was when Taylor Swift came onto the field and hugged Travis Kelce.
My favorite part of the Super Bowl was when Jack Harlow came out in the Dunkin' Donuts commercial, and it was pretty amazing if you ask me. My favorite part of the Super Bowl has to be the Nickelodeon version. This has been Avery reporting for TigerVision News.
Family. It's bigger than bloodlines, stronger than DNA. It's the circle we draw around the people that matter, the people we care about and care for, the folks who inspire us, guide us, root for us. Family means finding common ground, rolling up our sleeves, and making our way side by side. Armstrong Bank. Strength runs in our family.
And now let's see what's happening in the fort and around the world.
In the fort, there's new grub in town. A Japanese food truck Kagumi located downtown features hibachi-style food that is sure to keep you coming back for more. Be sure to check it out.
In the state, the Oklahoma Music Hall of Fame is having an induction ceremony tomorrow night. This will include Brian White, the band Ricochet, Timothy Long, Verlin Thompson, Shelby Eicher, David Webb, and Jerry Huffer.
In the nation, the Kansas City Chiefs took home the Lombardi Trophy after winning the Super Bowl 58. The Chiefs beat the San Francisco 49ers in overtime with a score of 25-22. Let's hope the 49ers can shake it off and that there's no bad blood between the two teams.
In world news, American country singer, songwriter, and record producer Toby Keith unfortunately passed away on Monday, February 5th, after losing his battle to stomach cancer. He was 62.
We will be right back after a word from one of our sponsors, followed by Aidan for more of your favorite dad jokes.
There's really only one explanation for businesses who continue to thrive for decades on end, and that's a people-first mentality. Bravado employees live within our existing coverage area just like you. Our kids go to the same schools and play in the same leagues as yours. That's why so much of who we are consists of giving back to our communities, because your community is also our community. We are your family, your neighbors, and your leader in wireless coverage. Make the bold move and switch today.
It takes a certain kind of humor to truly appreciate a good solid dad joke. And by good, I obviously mean bad. Ridiculously bad. So bad that people are shaking their heads. That's how you know it's a good dad joke. Fortunately for those who appreciate such uncomfortable guilty pleasures in life, the dad joke segment is back for the 23-24 school year. So for all the dads out there, take it away.
Did you hear that the celery got arrested? They charged him with stalking.
You call a cow with no legs ground beef.
I don't know about you, but I like telling dad jokes. Sometimes he laughs. I'm Aidan Noblet, reporting for TigerVision News.
Thanks, Aidan. You never fail at bringing us the best cringy dad jokes.
And now it's time for On This Day in History.
On this day, in 1968, the 911 emergency telephone system went into service. Thanks to 911, throughout the country, a call to 911 can quickly connect you to the help you need.
On this day in 1937, nylon was invented by Wallace Carothers.
On this day in 2005, the Kyoto Protocol went into effect. This global warming pact was ratified by 191 countries to date, excluding the United States.
On this day in 1972, NBA player Wilt Chamberlain, the man who once scored 100 points in a single game, became the first player to score 30,000 career points. The English historian Edward Hallett Carr once described history as an unending dialogue between the present and the past.
Learning about our past is always so interesting to me. Speaking of history, I had the chance to interview some of our swim qualifiers who are on the way to state at this next week, making their own mark on swimming history.
After that, we will go to Coach London and Mr. Wicks for this week's Tiger Sports Report, and then more from Lily about the high school bowling team.
Varsity swim teams have had a successful season, placing in the top 3 at several tournaments. The varsity boys won their regional at Jinx on Saturday, February 3rd, and the varsity girls placed 3rd, both securing their bids for the state tournament. I got the opportunity to talk to some of the swimmers who made it to state this year.
We've been practicing after hours whenever school gets out for 3 hours every day, and then during the class hours. So
Swimming takes stress off my shoulders. It's just good to do physical activity, and it's fun. In preparation for state, we all ate canes.
my biggest goal for state this year is to maybe place top 3. We'll see what happens, and then podium in my other events.
Good luck at state. This is Avery reporting for TigerVision News.
Hey, welcome into the Sports Report. Coach London, Jason Wicks out here in front of the FTG, the monument, the Cannonville, whatever you want to call it. Right?
I like it. I like that.
So Peyton Mullins, 4-time gold regional champion. Yeah. Congratulations to Peyton. She'll be headed off to state. Is that next week, I guess?
Next week, man.
Okay.
4 times in a row, regional champion. What an accomplishment.
That's
and
awesome.
So just pulling for her next week at state. Could get another one, so really excited and proud of her.
Yeah, that's awesome. Our boys will be wrestling today and tomorrow at Clinton. They're in the regional championship as well. So good luck to those guys. They've had a couple, not a week off, maybe a little over.
They've had some time off, and long drive to Clinton, so other side of the state, long ways, but hoping to get in as many guys as we can to qualify for state and have a shot. So Coach Johnson, his crew, Coach Etchison, they're doing a great job. So looking forward to see how that turns out.
Yeah, go get them, guys. Our basketball team went to Verdigris on Tuesday, and Fort Gibson left with the brooms. Big sweep.
Yeah.
The girls came out with a 3-point win. 37-34 was the final there. Their girls are ranked 14. We're number 4, so we expected a battle.
Yeah, it's a tough game. We've already played them twice and had split, and to go on their home floor and pull that out, that was a big win. Good character win for our girls. And the pretty decent chance we will see them in the playoffs and regionals,
That's great.
So could be a 4th time. You never know.
That's neat.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Our boys had a bit of a roller coaster game, but I will tell you, not right at the beginning of the game, but there was a little thunderous action going on. Cooper Hackett, he laid down a thunderous dunk.
He did, and his teammates would say it's about time.
It's about time,
and we all had fun, and it was exciting, But our boys played a heck of a game because, just like in the girls, Verdigris is the Verdigris Valley North champion, and our girls and boys are the Verdigris Valley South champion. And so it was really, who's the real champion. And both girls and boys took care of business.
Yeah, we bring out the brooms, take the suite. 57.
Plus, it was their senior night.
It was their senior night.
That's always kind of special.
Sorry about
I
that.
like that.
Senior night and homecoming. Those are nice to break up.
Oh, yeah.
57-44 was the final for our guys, a 13-point victory. Good job there. We'll have district tournament tonight here. Hilldale comes back to town. Games are at 6 and 7:30. Come on out. Wear your red. It's red out night. Fort Gibson TigerVision will also have the game online streaming. But come out and support the ladies and the Lady Tigers and the Tigers as the Hilldale is here. We need to win these games tonight.
Well, they're big games. You want to stay on that winner side. And, on the girls' side, they've taken care of business pretty handily.
Right.
Boys' side, a little bit of a close one the first time. Second time, we hurt them at home. But
we know what Hilldale will bring, and Coach Hendricks will have them ready to go. So it's going to be a battle. But speaking of the Redout and our crowd has been great all year, boys and girls. And so that's where we are. Fort Gibson, that's what we do.
That's what we do.
And so whatever sport it is.
Right.
And so just proud to be a part of something so special.
Yeah, that's good. So come out tonight. We'll see you at 6 o'clock and 7:30. Also heard a few minutes ago, our Lady Tigers and Tigers were competing. They left out just a few minutes ago for the state tournament. So they'll be competing, they were last night, I guess, and prelims, and then today is the actual.
The old swim team, they have done an unbelievable job.
Right.
We were regional champions in the boys a couple of weeks ago, and the girls were third overall. And so now we're headed to state, got a lot of kids going. Coach White and Coach Rohan, Bub, they've done an unbelievable job, and those kids have responded.
Right.
And so we're just pulling for them to bring home as many medals as they possibly can, and see where it stacks up at, overall in the state. So kudos to them and good luck to them.
Yeah, good luck. Swim fast. Now, tomorrow our bowling team will be headed to regionals at Andy B's in Tulsa, looking to qualify. Did you know we had a bowling team?
Yes, I did.
You better know.
Yeah. Kingpin. Kingpin. The movie Kingpin.
Yeah. Tomorrow our bowling team will be headed to regionals, and it's a regional tournament. It's a one and done kind of thing, so we need to make sure it was an 8-game qualifying round, and then we head to state next week if we qualify. So we've got a team of girls, a team of guys, and I'm excited about it.
It's going to be fun. It's good for those kids. It's fun for those kids,
it's fun.
And I like to bowl. Mine ends up in the gutter, but I like to bowl.
That's
it's fun.
You need some help with that. We can work on that. So Lily is our current weather lady, of course, and she's on the team. She took a camera out to the lanes the other day and to see what all the noise is about. So Lily, tell us more.
In the winter of 2022, our Fort Gibson High School bowling team was revived. They had a successful season with their boys making it to the bowling state championship. This year's boys and girls teams are hard at work to hopefully win some hardware. Now let's hear from the coaches and bowlers to see how they're feeling about this upcoming season.
My goals for this year would probably be to listen to my coach and just really try and hit my marks and become better at the skill that is bowling, and just try to become better at the sport that everyone thinks is easy, but it's actually pretty difficult.
What I enjoy most about being on the bowling team is probably spending time with friends and loving the sport. The advice that I'd give to newbies that just started bowling is probably have fun and bowl strikes.
What I probably enjoy most about the bowling team is just the friendship that we all have, and I love how much we encourage each other whenever someone strikes or spares and just has a really good bowl, and that's just really fun, and it's so nice to be a part of such a small team that just loves each other and is just happy for one another all the time.
Hopefully all that work and dedication will lead our 23-24 bowling team to a rewarding season. I'm Lily reporting for TigerVision News.
Thanks, Lily. Good luck to the bowlers. That looks fun. Thanks for watching this week's episode. I'm Avery.
And I'm Emma. Oh wait, this just in. This next week is the beginning of the third trimester, which means no school on Monday, February 19th. Enjoy the 3-day weekend. We hope to see you back here next week for more TigerVision News.